Hi, hello and welcome. It's Sophie here from the Artist Marketing Academy. And in today's video, I want to talk to you artists all about using a year planner to get organised, beat overwhelm, and make sure that you know exactly what you're doing ahead for the next 12 months. Now, it doesn't matter when you're watching this video. It doesn't have to be in January. You don't have to do it at the end of the year or the beginning of the year. You don't have to do it at a specific time. You can do it exactly when it suits you. Now, very often I will actually do it in a December, January, but the reason I've just done this video is I've just redone mine and it's the middle of the year, so why not? I want to share with you my 6 top tips for getting a year planner in place and for you to get super organised as a professional artist. So let's jump straight into step number 1. Step number 1, of course, is that you've either got to buy or make yourself a year planner. Now, I really like an A1 or A0 sized planner. So therefore, what I tend to do, and what I've done mostly, is actually make my own. I go and grab an A0 sheet of paper, a long ruler, pencil, rubber, and a cup of tea. And then I work out exactly how I'm going to get my whole year onto that sheet of paper. I measure it all out, ruler it all out, and it takes about an hour. Now, the reason I like to do it myself is I can choose the quality of paper that I make my planner on, and I usually do something that I can actually use pencil on. That means I can rub it out or make easy changes, and I can also write really, really small on good quality paper. But if you say, oh goodness me, Sophie, I haven't got time to do that, then by all means, just go ahead and wherever you live locally, grab yourself a year planner. Now, if you are in the middle of the year, you might find it a bit of a challenge to actually find a sort of January to December one, and you might have to look and see if there's an academic year one or maybe even a financial year one that maybe best suits when you're watching this video. Or you just go ahead and go and grab last year's one and change the dates on it. It's absolutely fine. Whatever you do, you need something to write on. So that's step 1, get yourself a year planner. Step 2 is you're going to write all those personal, non-art business events on there. The first thing I put in, my holidays and any travel that I'm doing. Because obviously I'm not going to organise an event that runs right through a period when I'm going to be on holiday. So I'll put the holidays on there. If you're a parent watching this, then maybe you need to put school holidays on or events that your children are involved at so you don't end up missing those all-important dates. If there's anything, like maybe you watch sports or there's anything large happening in your country, any particular annual events that you need to put on there, then go ahead and put those in. Public holidays is always really good, that sort of thing. So by the time you've finished that, you should already have a few things on your planner. But the most important step, of course, is step number 3. And that is when you're going to put in all your art-related actions and things, dates. So go ahead and look up maybe competitions and get competitions. If you enter those, go and find out what dates they're on, write the date on your planner. If you're going to be having any specific shows or you're attending markets or you do fairs, markets and fairs, put those on there. If you do open house or open studio and you're part of a trail, then look up the trail and put the trail dates. A lot of places will have their dates for the following year already on their website. So you can do a bit of research and find out what's on and where and start plugging all of this onto your year planner. Now, if you're going to run your own shows, then of course it's up to you when you're going to do those. So you can play around with some dates now that might fit in very well around what you're already doing. So once you've filled out all of that, the next step I like to do, which for me is really important, if I'm in charge of marketing. So for example, I'm going to do an open studio that doesn't fit on a trail, or I'm going to put on a solo show that's not being marketed by a gallery, then I like to mark out 6 to 8 weeks before that event on my year planner when I need to start the marketing. And I might, for example, draw a line all the way along with an arrow, or I might use some other kind of marketing method on that year planner. Which brings us very, very neatly to number 5, tip or step number 5, and that is start to make your planner a bit more user-friendly and maybe a bit more colourful. You can buy, a lot of them come with pre-stickers, or you can buy your own, of course, stickers, peel away post-it notes, that sort of thing, or use coloured marker pens. So again, what I would tend to do is I would allocate different colours for different things. Make sure you know exactly what they are at a glance, and start marking up your year planner in colours. So you've now got your dates on there, you've now got personal stuff on there, business stuff on there, and you've got some sort of colour code in place. Okay, step number 6, and really the most important thing that I want to get across here is now you need to do a reality check. All right, I don't want you to look at that year planner and go, oh my goodness me, how am I going to get all of this done? If that is your reaction, you maybe need to go and peel away some stickers, rub out some things, just rub out a few things, and focus in on the key events, the ones that you really want to do no matter what. And maybe you could just get rid of a few things on your calendar so it feels now a little bit more achievable. After all, you have got to create the work to actually fill these events and find the time to create, to make, to do whatever you need to do in order that you have enough product, of course, to fulfill all of these events. So that's my bit of a reality check. So everything, of course, is a movable feast. Don't feel like by planning your entire year away, you can't move any of it, and life can't get in the way and things can't change. As we know only too well, all of that happens. But believe me, every year I do this thoroughly, and every year I know what's coming up. I don't have that, oh my goodness me, if somebody says, hey, could you just do a show over here? I look at my planner and say, do you know what? I've got 2 more coming up. I just can't fit in anymore. And I can guarantee if you don't do this, chaos can ensue. I watch it all around me. I talk to artists all the time when I'm working with them, and there tends to be a bit of chaos and overwhelm going on. And oh, maybe I shouldn't have done this thing over here because now I'm a bit stressed to do this next particular event. If you have the planner in place, I can promise you that the stress will be somewhat alleviated. And you'll just feel really good for being organised as well. And that can tie in really well, of course, with your business plan. So if you haven't watched my video on business planning, I've got a 5-step artist business plan video, so maybe just have a look on my channel for that. And hey, if you'd like to get more tips, I would love to have you join my mailing list too. I have a free e-guide, 21 ways to make money from your art, on my website. So if you'd like that and you'd like to join my mailing list and get more tips and videos and blogs and so forth to help you build your successful professional art business, then please jump over to www.sophiemejia.com and I will see you over there. Thank you very much for watching. Bye, folks.